If you're a Western man in your 40s, 50s, or 60s thinking about moving overseas, you've probably seen Malaysia pop up on those top places to live in Asia type lists. We're talking clean, safe, modern, and affordable. English pretty much everywhere, and honestly, Malaysia might be one of the best price to quality countries in all of Southeast Asia. If and only if you can afford the highest financial commitment in all the region. Today, we're going to break down the real trade-offs of Malaysia, especially for men living on Social Security, a fixed income, or rebuilding their life in midlife. So, let's get into it. When you first look at Malaysia online, the logic hits you fast. Oh my God, the incredible condos, the modern roads, great hospitals. It's a safe city. Multicultural food heaven. English spoken everywhere pretty much. And when you see a condo with a pool, a gym, security, and a clean modern living for $450 to $600 a month, and you start thinking, why isn't everybody talking about this place? But here's the truth. Older men are not hearing Malaysia's value. The comfort, the infrastructure, the convenience, it's all real. But only if you can meet those financial requirements to stay long term. Now, for budget retirees or Social Security only men, Malaysia is not the easiest or cheapest country to build a life in. So let's talk about what Malaysia does better than most anyone in Asia. You get Western level comfort at Southeast Asian prices. Look, you can rent a modern condo with a pool, live near massive shopping centers, enjoy clean public areas, walk in safe neighborhoods, eat the amazing food. We're talking Chinese, Indian, Malay, even American. Get strong internet, modern appliances, clean streets, and all that dramatically cheaper than in the US, Canada, or Europe. This is why so many expats describe Malaysia as Asia's best kept secret. But then again, this comfort comes with the highest visa financial threshold in all of Southeast Asia, and where things get real for men on a limited budget. So here's something massively underrated. You can actually talk to people in Malaysia. And I mean, look, most Malaysians speak English. Many speak excellent English. That means doctor visits are a lot easier. Banking is a lot easier. Finding an apartment is easier. Getting around is easier. Building friendships, easier. Now for men our age who aren't trying to learn a new language at the mental and cognitive abilities we are, this is a game-changing quality of life factor. But then again, English access does not solve the real barrier, which is the visa financial requirements. Now, this is the part nobody wants to talk about. So what I'm talking about is Malaysia's long-term visa, the MM2H. It used to be one of the easiest in Asia. Then things changed. Today, Malaysia requires some combination of a large fixed deposit in a Malaysian bank, proof of offshore income, minimum monthly income threshold assets, or property purchase requirements. Now, these thresholds are significantly higher than the Philippines with their SRRV, Thailand's retirement visa, and this is why Malaysia isn't the top of the conversation for men living entirely on their Social Security alone, because Malaysia is not, show me 1 to 2K a month and you stay forever country. It's a come here with a few savings country. A budget retiree can float here long-term country. Malaysia is a country that says, we're going to give you the comfort and the safety, but you must prove that you can afford it in the long haul, buddy. And honestly, that knocks a lot of blue-collar Western retirees out of the running immediately. If you can afford Malaysia's financial thresholds. The lifestyle's fantastic, very safe cities, excellent private hospitals, easy transportation, world-class malls, strong multicultural food. God, I can't even speak today. Clean and organized compared to many Asian cities. A relaxed, chill population. Low crime, good infrastructure for guys like us. You don't fight the daily chaos. You don't feel nervous walking at night. You don't deal with the same level of bureaucratic contradictions you find in Vietnam or the Philippines. Malaysia is the closest thing to Southeast Asia for grown-ups. Here's where Malaysia, of course, becomes more complicated. Look, dating is slow and much more conservative. If your priority of dating is connections, romance, building a relationship quickly, Malaysia, it's not Thailand, and it's certainly not the Philippines. Religious and cultural expectations shape that dating scene. It's much more conservative, it's much more traditional, and more deliberate. Almost said celibate. Now, if you're used to the term instant attention, you got to go to the other Southeast Asian countries. Look, the heat and humidity, it's going to hit you hard. Malaysia has two temperatures, hot and really hot. Air conditioning's everywhere, thank God, but stepping outside can feel like walking into a sauna with your clothes on. Breaking into social circles, especially outside the expat community, it's going to take a lot of effort. Now, Malaysians are friendly, respectful, and polite, but deeper friendships, they take time. And you need to put yourself out there. Join gyms, clubs, meetups, and then, connect with other expats. And Malaysia is going to reward you that effort. And it doesn't hand your community automatically. Not as wild or chaotic as Thailand, Vietnam. And for some men, Malaysia feels too calm. If you want unpredictable energy, nightlife, street chaos, the sense of anything can happen today, Malaysia is not that. It's stable, predictable, clean, maybe even boring. Which, depending on your personality, is either exactly what you want or not. Malaysia is an incredible country if you have a stable pension income, moderate savings, and we're going to get into that, financial cushion, some digital income, the ability to meet the visa threshold, feeling confident. Malaysia's not designed for Social Security only retirees, men living just paycheck to paycheck, low savings, or a limited nest egg. Guys who want the cheapest country or the easiest visa, men needing a place to stay long-term without big deposits. Malaysia becomes the best quality of life in probably all of Southeast Asia, honestly. And that's just for those that can financially qualify for it. And that's the truth that, most of those influencer guys, they're not going to tell you. So this is part of my Southeast Asia trade-off series where I'm giving older Western men like me real information and not hype about each country. So far, I've covered the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and now Malaysia. Next up, I'm going to be doing Indonesia, Cambodia, and Laos. And the realities nobody's going to talk about. And soon, I'm going to put them all together as the top 5 countries for men over 50 on Social Security. And finally, why I choose the Philippines as my base. So, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. And if you haven't already, I'm going to see you in the next car conversation. So you know what? Take care. See you tomorrow.